The ability to focus on a humanitarian mission of alleviating suffering, that is something that is so specific and special about the Red Cross. I'm Brad Kaiserman. I'm the Vice President of Disaster Operations and Logistics for the American Red Cross. The mission of the American Red Cross is to alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies, and we do that by leveraging the power of our volunteers and the generosity of our donors. We are nearly 100% volunteer organization. There's a very thin paid staff, but most of the people who you see doing the Red Cross mission, they're volunteers. And on the disaster side of the house, we are 100% funded by our donors. We don't take government money. We're not a government organization. We are completely donor funded. There are 5 tasks of crisis leadership. The first one is making sense of what's going on around you, and that's all about communication, being able to understand what's happening on the ground, what resources are moving, where there is need, and that's fundamentally about communicating. The second task of crisis leadership is making decisions. And again, in today's world, many decisions are made virtually, on video teleconferences, on phone conferences, and so that's fundamentally about communicating. And the third task of crisis leadership is about making and managing messages, and that is fundamentally about communicating in multiple channels to multiple audiences to make sure folks understand what the decisions are and where we're going. The one thing you can never get back in a disaster is time. So your ability to communicate with your workforce, with the community, with your partners, that's what makes the difference between a good response and a great response. And so that's why we decided to seek help with BlackBerry with the AtHoc system.
So the BlackBerry AtHoc product suite for crisis communications is a software-based solution that can be located on-premise or in our FedRAMP cloud. And it enables customers to invoke various modalities to reach people instantly, on text message, on email, on computer, and receive responses to all those messages so that we can roll up accountability for any company's employees or any agency's employees. When there is an emergency, the 2 things leadership wants to know are you okay and can you come to work? And this system allows very swift analysis of an employee's status during an emergency.
We're using AtHoc today to reach out to all of our emergency responder workforce, and we're letting them know that we need them to be prepared and to update their status in our system so we know whether they're deployable.
It fulfilled all of the requirements that they had with an eye towards deep security, ubiquity, and the ability for the system to be readily usable to all operators, as well as alert recipients.
We deploy people about 20,000 times a year, and every time we do that, we use AtHoc to communicate that deployment order and to help get feedback from our responders about their deployments. And then we use it additionally throughout the course of relief operations to communicate critical safety messages and to check in with our staff. So think about that. We're using that tool at least 20,000 times a year. It's just an incredibly important communications tool for the American Red Cross. AtHoc is the tool we use to engage our disaster workforce in emergencies.